A true taste of Tennessee is coming to Bristol, courtesy of a $25 million investment designed to boost tourism, embrace the region's rich heritage, and shine a spotlight on quality Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee Hills is the brainchild of Stephen Callahan and his wife Jessica, self-proclaimed science geeks who put their degrees in biology and chemistry to work in 2014 when they purchased the century-old salt house in Jonesboro and began making handcrafted spirits. The Bristol expansion will introduce new products to East Tennessee while continuing to embrace the artistry that has long been a hallmark of distilling among the Appalachian people.
Our motto is embracing heritage, and so we want to respect where we came from as a people. You know, we have a Scotch-Irish ancestry in the mountains of East Tennessee, and you know, I felt the way that moonshine was being portrayed by some of the other distilleries. It just wasn't shining a very positive light on who we were and who we are as people. And so I really wanted to highlight the craftsmanship that goes into our products. And so we started out making whiskeys and rums, vodkas and gins. And you know, we couldn't really open up with a 4 or 5 year old bourbon, so we had to get creative on how we did that. And so instead of going the moonshine route, we started making rum. Rum is fairly easy to make. Basically, you just ferment molasses, and then once you make the rum, you could flavor it.
Fast forward to 2021, the Callahans had built a booming business, but JRH Brewing in nearby Johnson City was feeling the pinch of the COVID pandemic. A deal was struck, and within months, Tennessee Hills moved into the West Walnut Street building and became Tennessee's first combination distillery and beer brewery, or as the business is now known, Tennessee Hills Brewstillery. The Whiskey Kitchen, a pair of food trucks that specialize in East Tennessee delicacies like smoked chicken wings and pulled pork, became part of the business, as did partners Scott and Daphne Andrew, whose business acumen provided the vision needed to further grow the company.
You know, Scott brings a very unique skill set to the table. I know the whiskey business. Scott knows business as a whole, and he was a beer he owned a beer distributorship over in Asheville, North Carolina, and distribution is a large part of our industry. And so not only does he help me and mentor me on the business side, but also when it comes to expanding the brand, he's going to be very key.
My wife and I have scaled a few companies nationally and a few brands nationally, and I've never seen one before that I thought was so ready for something to happen to it that could scale it. And when you marry Tennessee Hills and what they built up to what the state is capable of doing in tourism, and Tennessee's the whiskey state. I mean, it can't be called Tennessee whiskey if you don't make it in Tennessee. So the authenticity that we can wrap our products around and the distillers around and their story married up to what Tennessee is and what Bristol is. All of this has just been, I think we have fun with all our businesses, but Daphne and I have never had more fun with a business than we have this one.
Together, they have turned Tennessee Hills into a lifestyle brand, and last August announced plans to turn the former National Business College property just off Bristol's U.S. Highway 11W into a 34,000 square foot distillery that includes a learning laboratory for ETSU's newly announced Brewing and Distillation Studies program. This $25 million investment will build on all the great things that already bring visitors to Bristol, feature products made in the volunteer state, and shine an especially bright spotlight on Tennessee whiskey.
We're currently sitting in the 19,000 square foot building that was formerly the National College, and as you can see, we're in the middle of doing renovations inside. This is going to house our ETSU Brewing Distillation Sciences program downstairs. All of our laboratories, with our science background that Jessica and I have, we like to get pretty nerdy about our spirits and beer. And so, and we're actually the only company that I know of in Tennessee that actually has a full-time brew chemist on staff, by the way. In the front of this building, we're doing the Tennessee Cream Distillery, and this is one that we're really excited about. It's actually alcohol-infused ice creams, alcohol-infused bourbon cakes, bourbon balls, gourmet cheesecakes, anything that's cream-based that we can add alcohol to. That's the concept. And that'll be done here as well. So, and then we'll do our cream, our alcoholic cream liqueurs out of this building as well. We have obtained about 300 acres of corn this year that's got planted just recently here in April, and then we'll be harvested in October this year. That's all Tennessee grown grains. That'll be happening in the new building. So right now we produce about 6 barrels of Tennessee whiskey a week. Now at this new facility we'll do upwards of 100. We'll also have a gift shop and tasting bars, so our customers can come in, they can experience our brand. But one thing that I'm really excited about that's not offered at a lot of distilleries in Tennessee is a really experiential tour. So our customers will be able to see the corn getting ground, the mash being mashed in through the still, and then the bottling lines. So it's just going to be really neat to see from an outside perspective. Somebody that's not around it every day, I think they'll really begin to appreciate what goes into making a product. Everybody's all about the bourbon these days, which I love bourbon, but Tennessee whiskey, we want to elevate it in Tennessee in the way that Kentucky has elevated bourbon. And so I think we can be competitive with Kentucky bourbon whiskey. And then being in the Appalachian Highlands region, single malt whiskey is going to be one of the major products that we hang our hat on. Last name Callahan. I go back 10 generations to Cork County, Ireland. It's kind of paying homage to where we came from, and it's embracing our heritage.
With construction now in full swing, the Tennessee Hills team is focused on helping state leaders expand the Tennessee Whiskey Trail that is still in its infancy and ensuring Tennessee Hills and the city of Bristol, Tennessee become a must-see destination.
There'll be a draw. You may be coming here just to tour this distillery, but once you're here, you're going to see all the wonderful things there are to do in our region, whether it's a casino on the Virginia side, or if it's a beautiful mountains and lakes, or if it's NASCAR, or if it's just come downtown and listen to music. I mean, they support all that.
Our industry is pretty sexy, and Tennessee has a whiskey trail that just started in 2017, so we're about 15 years behind Kentucky, whose bourbon trail started in 2002. And we believe there's really a couple of $1 billion on the table between manufacturing and products, and a big category, experiential tourism. And for it to be experiential tourism, it has to be real. And so, like country music is real here, NASCAR is real here, and we're going to make Tennessee whiskey real here in a big way. The 4th or 5th largest automated distillery in the state.
So Bristol made sense for us because the Pinnacle gets 6 million visitors a year. We're literally right beside the interstate that gets 30,000 cars a day. Everybody knows about the Hard Rock Casino that's coming to town. I just feel like that in East Tennessee there's a lot of untapped potential, and Bristol, for us, it's the birthplace of country music. It's the home of Bristol Motor Speedway. Now we want to make it the trailhead for Tennessee whiskey.
We'll be spending 6 figures a year in advertising, and almost every bit of that advertising will be mentioning Bristol, because we're going to kind of reshape the 3 stars on the Tennessee flag. I don't want to change our great history, but we're going to say those 3 stars now represent Tennessee whiskey, country music, and NASCAR, and this is going to be the trailhead for the Tennessee Whiskey Trail, the Northeast Trailhead right here in Bristol, Tennessee.
Our goal at the end of the day is to be a very real, true taste of Tennessee. And, we're using locally grown grains made by Tennesseans. A lot of cases, it's made by Tennesseans for Tennesseans, and I think that we can go far beyond that to a national level. But at the end of the day, we're out to make a premium product. And, my name is literally on the bottle, and I don't take that lightly, because you don't want to be known for bad liquor, right?